What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope you guys are doing well out there on the other side of midnight. I'm doing pretty good myself. This one just came in. Apparently, the Most High is reiterating and revitalizing one of his old biblical plagues, leprosy. Okay? It is said to be actually spiking in Central Florida. It's a new epidemic, if you understand what I mean. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad, really bad. You understand what I'm saying? And this is a debilitating, disfiguring disease. When I first heard about leprosy, I thought it was just some talking about your skin turning pale. No, it is bad, man. I'm telling you, your hands get like crinkled and wrinkled up, and you get these pits in your skin. You understand? I mean, it is terrible. Your eyes glaze over. Sometimes you lose your nose. I mean, it's bad. Like this guy right here, he's probably in the early stages of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's terrible. But what I want to do is for us to check out a couple of these videos. Then we'll get in finishing up the commentary. Check this out.
And now to a news alert. Leprosy, of all things, is making a comeback, and Central Florida appears to be the epicenter. The painful disease is now considered an endemic to Central Florida.
Yeah, not what you expect to hear. The CDC saying 1/5 of all those new cases, they've been reported in our region. And Fox 35's Marlisa Goldsmith is live in the Fox 35 Alert Center with that warning, one that will catch a lot of people off guard, Marlisa.
Absolutely, Ryan and Luann. The CDC says the ancient virus should now be considered part of all patient exams who show rashes and swelling. The virus has been commonly seen in places like India and Brazil, but now Floridians with no history of travel to those places have been infected. This 54-year-old man from Central Florida who works in landscaping gave researchers permission to share these photos. Take a good look at them. Swelling on his face is apparent here, as are lesions on his ankles. 95% of people are genetically immune to leprosy. The disease has been around since 600 BC, but has seldom been found in the U.S. Until now, most people with it had traveled from areas where the disease was already prevalent. But now researchers are concerned because most cases seem to be locally acquired.
It is a reemergence. We're seeing more of it. Now, why this is, people don't know. You have almost negligible threat as far as infection goes.
All right, so the other thing to watch out for is exposure to armadillos. I know, sounds strange, but researchers say a large percentage of U.S. patients have the same strain of the virus as is commonly found in the animal, suggesting that close encounters may be to blame. As far as whether people should be afraid, doctors stress that it's highly unlikely for it to be passed from person to person. It is a curable disease, but must be caught early to avoid long-term damage to nerves and limbs. Live in the Alert Center tonight, Marlisa Goldsmith, Fox 35 News.
A new letter from the CDC says Florida is one of the states with the most new leprosy cases in the country.
Watch News' Marlene Martinez spoke with a doctor and tells us which Central Florida county has been seeing the most cases over the last decade.
There definitely is leprosy in the United States. Now, most of it is imported, but we do have homegrown leprosy here, principally in Texas and Florida.
For many, leprosy may seem like a problem from biblical times, but Dr. Nicole Iovine, the chief hospital epidemiologist at the University of Florida, tells me the disease is very much still around. In fact, leprosy could now be endemic in Central Florida.
Endemic means something that is circulating and is present at all times, and it can be at a low level.
According to a new research letter from the CDC, Florida is among the top states with the most new cases of leprosy. That's based on data from 2020, the latest research data available. So far this year in Florida, there have been 15 confirmed cases of leprosy according to the state, and most of those cases are in Brevard County. In fact, Brevard has seen the most leprosy cases in Florida since 2011, and in 2020, Brevard accounted for over 12% of all leprosy cases in the country. So what happens if someone has leprosy? Dr. Iovine says it usually means lesions on the skin.
If you have something that's like, a few centimeters on your arm and you can't feel it, that's going to be different from a typical rash, which is going to be itchy or some other way that you would identify with a normal rash. So it is distinct. It can be extremely disfiguring, though, so it definitely causes a lot of distress.
So, how does someone contract leprosy? Dr. Iovine says usually armadillos are to blame.
Physical contact is really what you need. You need to have physical contact with an infected armadillo.
Dr. Iovine says, fortunately, antibiotics are very effective at treating leprosy. In Orlando, Marlene Martinez, WESH 2 News.
Not buying that with the armadillos. Armadillos been around since forever, and you know, I don't believe that no armadillos got nothing to do with giving people leprosy. You understand what I'm saying? Look, we are in the last stretch of this paradigm and time of this dispensation, all right, in the earth. And we are going to start seeing a lot of the plagues play out just like it did back in those early biblical times. You understand? That's just what it is. And hey, that's just like with the sun is heating up, you know, even more. And it also says, you know, in the word that the day is going to, you know, come when the sun is going to burn as hot as an oven. You understand? So therefore, we're going to see all this stuff like this with leprosy and biblical plagues like no other. Matter of fact, I think monkeypox was one of them. You want to know the truth? Now that that's gone, you know, now you got this leprosy right here. And when you look at this man's skin right here, this look like a monkeypox. You know? So that's just basically what it is. Now, word of advice, you understand what I mean? People, you are grown. You make your own decisions, but I figured, you know what I mean, I just offer some safe advice. You may want to limit your visits to like restaurants, especially buffets. You understand? Anything that you're going to eat off of the same utensils that any other patron has been eaten off of, assuming that it is properly sanitized. These places could be, and I'm saying could be, you know, somewhere where you can probably just catch viruses, even more so. And then not only that, you sitting among these people, like this guy right here. He, you know, has leprosy. You understand? And let's say, for example, in the early stages, you may not even know it by just looking at him, but he has it, and he's sitting in a buffet. You see what I'm saying? You know, the way a lot of these companies go, restaurants included, anything that may cost more to keep up with sanitary needs to, you know, sanitize utensils and whatever else, cups, plates, whatever that you are eating off of. You know, they may not want to, you know, spend the extra bucks to step up to that to kill these resistant strain viruses and stuff like that to the older sanitation, you know, methods that they were using and chemicals and stuff. You know, just a word of advice. You know, like I said, people grown, they do what they want to do. But myself, no, I ain't messing around in buffets and stuff like that. You know, ain't no telling. You know, you could probably wind up catching something. That's basically what it is. Well, that's all I got on this one. People, I just wanted to, you know, before I turn in, warn y'all about this particular situation right here. Careful who you're rubbing shoulders with. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what they may have. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though you are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I am out. Peace.